Hey everyone. So this is my over 10-year-old mCPxBL original. Now that's not the original canopy or blades, rotors, or tail blade rotor. I did get those upgrades, but that's all that's upgraded on this thing. I got it back out. I had a crash with it years ago and I was getting it back working and I had it up in the air. It was flying great. And then when I was about to land, luckily right when I was about to land, it started acting really funny in the cyclic in the collective. I mean, going up and down the throttle collective. And luckily I hit the throttle hold. It landed flat. But then the weirdest thing, I've never seen this happen before. I've had a ton of micro blade helicopters, tons and tons. If you knew my channel back, like 10 plus years ago, I had every micro helicopter that Blade came out with pretty much. And I've had a ton of these servos. So what happened was, all these servos have a little nut on top. You can see that copper nut up here on top of the servos that holds it in so that it's, in place. And then those arms move the swash plate up and down. Well, this servo over here, look at this. There's no nut on it. I was so lucky. I was flying it around pretty fast up high in the air, and luckily it didn't fall out then. I was having some throttle control issues with this, and I was trying to figure out exactly what was wrong, and this was it. Because as this moves up and down, you can see the blade move. So it actually controls one of the blades here, the pitch of one of the blades. So that would make my throttle response very not good. So I was lucky enough to find a new one of these servos. You can use some other servos that are the same size. They have like the mCPx original one, V2. I think you can use the BL2 servos, maybe even the Nano CPx servos. I was lucky that I found this exact servo on eBay. I actually got a 3-pack for a really good deal of about 20 bucks. So I'll be putting a new servo on here. There might be a way to fix this, like to, get a new, I cannot find one of those new nuts to put on and like Loctite and put it back on. Can't find one online. I looked for a little while. Might be some way to, make a way for that to, get stuck on there. But I figure I'll just get a new servo, put it in there, and then that should fix all the little issues I was having that I didn't even realize. I would never have thought that the servo, little linear servo, that would happen to. Looked online, couldn't really find anyone else talking about that problem, and like I said, I've had tons of these servos on multiple helicopters. Never had anything like that happen. Maybe because it's so old that it just, I think they come with a little dab of glue on there, on the nut. So maybe since it's so old, the glue like kind of went away and unscrewed. But I don't know. Has anyone else seen that happen? Anyways, that's the Blade mCPxBL, and I'm really having fun flying this thing around again. Just got to wait a few days for that new servo and get it up in the air again.